Thank you, Brenton, and thanks to you in General Assembly. Nauru is a small island, about 8 square miles, a third of the size of Manhattan, but it's big enough island that it can sustain an ecosystem, and it includes people. It is in the tropics near the equator, and there's enough moisture in the air that rainforests can be abundant. But if you look at pictures of Nauru, there are no rainforests. There are old phosphate mines and jagged limestone rocks. Trash swirls around in the wind, and feral dogs hunt in the limestone canyons. They've taken over parts of the island. That is the interior of the island, which they call the top side, and it's about 100% mined out and nobody lives there. The population, about 10,000 people live along the coast at about sea level, and if global temperatures do rise just by a couple of degrees, they will be swallowed by the ocean, and they will have nowhere to live. And this island was taken over for phosphate mining, which is petrified bird droppings, which are used in industry and agriculture, and two things that Nauru does not have anymore, industry or agriculture. Nauru was sacrificed by the neoliberal industrial world and is now left in a very, very tough position. It is rarely spoken of. The place is, Nauru is rarely visited, but our trash makes its way to this island. You'll find this is fairly common. There are 5 spots in the ocean where trash does collect, and Nauru is one of them. And you'll find fast food wrappers, you'll find tires with the rims still on, other goods that fall off ships, basketballs, things like that. And it can also make its way, not just by falling off ships, but make its way by current, just flowing over to Nauru. As a result, the landscape is just littered with trash and has been decimated by industry. And Nauru can be seen as an experiment in what happens when you overuse the land and take advantage of it. And it can become a wasteland. It can be covered in trash, and of course, things ruin, the landscape ruined. So the earth can be looked at this way too. If we overuse the natural resources at an unsustainable pace, we could doom ourselves and end up with a landscape like this. And since Nauru is in a situation financially, not environmentally, we can try a different experiment, one that attempts to heal and restore the environment. And part of our solution will be that if the UN is able to oversee Nauruan matters, you can implement ideas such as Indianismo, which has worked for Bolivia, granting rights to Mother Earth, communal forms of land property, and respecting communities and identities. And these ideas have already been proven successful in Bolivia, and this effort could be made in Nauru to make them sustainable and put these Indianismo principles in place. Thank you.